Well, you're not going to believe what I'm going to show you today. I'm going to show you a method that is not only going to save you money, but give you amazing results with both UV resin, epoxy resin, and resin-crete as well. Stick around for this video. You're going to love this. One of the most important things I have in my resin studio, and that's soft pastels. These ones by Artex I find are the best. They have a really concentrated colour. They're beautifully packaged as well, as you can see. They're also in foam as well, so that you can keep them safe and protected. And why I think they're so important in any resiner's armoury is because you can use these to make some amazing jewellery. Look how beautiful and intense they are. You don't get any of that like chalkiness when you're using them as colours. These colours really do go down lovely. So all I'm going to do is pop some UV resin into a little pot, and this is the standard UV resin I'm using today for this. Get myself a little stirring stick or a couple of little stirring sticks, and I'm going to choose, see, this is why it's so good, a purple. This is going to be my base colour. And all I'm doing is very lightly scraping that purple into my UV resin. Honestly, you will be amazed at how well this colours, but not only how well it colours, but the great effect that it gives as well. Look at that, it's coloured beautifully. In fact, that's too intense for what I want. So I'm going to put a bit more UV resin in there to knock that down a little bit. So it just shows you don't need much. It's such a good way and a cheap way of getting some really nice quality colours. I'm happy with that, and this is going to make my first layer of some pieces of jewellery that I'm going to make. I'm spreading this out evenly all the way across this base. Before I do anything else, I'm going to pop any bubbles that come up to the top, because I've been messing around with it quite a bit and I want to make sure that is completely bubble free. The next thing I'm going to do is add a little bit of the yellow. For this, I'm going to work on a little bit of acetate, because the last thing I want to do is cut through my mat, break some bits off it like this. So I've got some slightly larger bits as well as some smaller bits. And then before I cure this up, I'm going to lay some of these bits in there. And these go ever such a long way as well, so you don't need much. And that's the difference between getting nice quality ones like the Artex ones and the cheaper ones, which actually are just like a chalk, and they don't give you such a nice effect, and they give you a bit of a grainy, gritty effect. And now I will cure those up for about 3 minutes using my UV lamp. These have all cured up, and because these have got a lot less dust to them, you are not getting all that kind of like meshing out of colour once you start to cure things. So what I want to do now is mix up some more to put over to the top of that, and this time I'll be using a white. I'm not going to overdo it for this one. I only want a translucent white, so just a little bit in there, and again pour that over the top of this because I want a nice thin layer going over the top. Okay, I'm happy with that. Now, again, burst the bubbles. It's easier to do it in layers. It enables you to be able to cure up your UV resin to build up your different colours. So again, I'm taking my soft pastel and I'm going to break some bits off it. Pop those over the top of what we've just done. And you can do the same with epoxy resin. It colours epoxy resin really well. Now, this last layer, what we're going to do is we aren't going to put any colour in it. We're going to use clear resin in this layer, about the same thickness as the previous layers we've done. And these are really easy to sell, make earrings and all sorts of things to match out of them. What we're going to do is we're going to do a mixture of colours here. Some chunky bits of red. I'm going to pop some forest green in there as well. Mix them up a bit. I will link these in the description below as well if you want to get hold of them. And if I've got a discount code, I will pop the discount code in there. Scatter those around, a few in the middle, a few around the outside. And then all I'm doing is moving those bits around to where I want them to make sure that they're nicely spaced out, and then cure that up once more. Just want to say a massive thank you to everyone that got me a coffee last month as well. Here come their names. It really does help me keep my channel going, allows me to buy these sorts of things and to show you all these sorts of things as well. Also a big thank you to all my members whose names will come up at the end of this video. If you'd like to become a member and benefit from all the perks of membership of my channel, then the link is in the description below. We do do have a fabulous time. There's lots of additional discount codes that I share with members, and there's lots of additional videos, support, and a brilliant network as well. So if you're new to resin, or you want to develop your skills, or you just want to engage and help other people, then that is a great membership. So that should be cured up enough now to put on this final layer while it's in the mold. Yep, perfect. Let's quickly burn those bubbles off. Well, these are completely cured now, so it's time to put the finishing touches on. What I want to do is just add a little bit of sparkle, and the reason I'm using the low viscosity is because it will lay very flat on here, because I don't really want it to do any more than act as a glue that's not going to be seen. And then over the top of that, I'm going to add a tiny bit of holographic glitter over each one, gently just knocking that on. I can see when it's hitting resin, and then I'm going to do the same with the white glitter. A bit too much on that one, but we can live with that. Quickly cure that top layer up for about a minute. Well, these have all cured up nicely, and all I need to do is take them out the molds. And now I've got my gloves back on, it's time to dome these. And I'm using the high viscosity UV resin to dome these with, because as you know, as I've said in many videos, this stuff is brilliant for doming, and it will bring these pieces alive, popping this dome on. You can already see these coming alive. Quick going over with my lighter, and now cure those up. And now I'm going to show you how easy it is to use these colours to make colours for Resincrete, which is a very white powder. All you need to do is scrape your colour into another little container like this, a shot glass or one of these tiny little silicone jugs. Then you add a little bit of water, not too much, and then give it a good mix, and then leave it to sit for about 3 or 4 minutes once all your powder's mixed into your water. If you find, like me there, you're having trouble mixing it in, all you need to do is to add 1 drop of alcohol, and that'll break that surface tension, and it'll allow you to mix those colours in lovely. I've got my Resincrete mixed up, and what I'm going to do is cast the same shape, but firstly using just plain Resincrete. And I've got quite a lot of these moulds, because these are a real best seller for me, so I can make quite a few of these at any one time. Just give that another quick mix before we put it in, and then we can add our colour to the Resincrete and give it a mix in. We'll do the circle one first, I think. And we'll do the oval one. And then we'll do the triangle one. With this one, we'll do 2 different colours. And with this one, we'll do 2 different colours. Let's give these a bit of a twist. So once these are cured up, we can compare these against each other, and you'll see how great it's taken the colour. It makes it a beautiful pastel colour. And then I'll show you what the domed ones look like finished as well, and you'll see why it's a must to have soft pastels in your studio. It really is. These have all cured up now, and I can just take it out of the mould. Always remember with your Resincrete though that it does take about 24 hours to fully cure, but it's lovely and ready after about 20 minutes to take out of the mould. And if you compare those to the white, you can see a real difference, and that is why I can't live without having soft pastels in my studios. Look at the real difference between those, and if you wanted that more yellow, you could put a bit more colour in so it's more concentrated. I can't remember what colour that was, and as I'm colourblind, I think that's the great one. I'm not 100% sure, but it still gives a lovely colour, and they will slightly darken these colours over the next 24 hours as well. And that one's the 2-tone one, and the other 2-tone one. And here's the final pieces of jewellery, and look how pretty they have come out. Both sides are really pretty. Adding that little bit of extra sparkle in there is always my game plan. I do like a little bit of sparkle. I added a bit too much in that one, but the back of it has come out really pretty too. You don't have to use these colours. You can use whatever colours that you've got at hand, or whatever colours that you want to use. As you can see, you can colour completely with it, like I have there, or you can use it as part of your decoration. Works really well. While I was curing in between each bits for those, I finished off my picture. I'm no artist, as we know, but look how beautiful that came out, and it blended really well. I have several colouring books that you can download on my website, so check them out. I think this picture's in there. They blended lovely. I could seal this now and put it in resin or put it on the wall. I wish I was a good artist, but I'm not. But even with not being a good artist, these soft pastels blend and work so well that you can still make something that really really vibrant. If I've got a discount code, I will share it with you and it will be in the description below. If not, check out the Artex Soft Pastels. They're excellent colouring effect, and of course you get 48 colours all in their lovely display box that protects them with the foam. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what you use your pastels for and how you work. Boot that like button, really helps my video to get out there. And don't forget, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell as well so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Take care, enjoy your resin, bye.